everyone, annyeonghaseyo. We're annjaystudio and we're about to test drive this 2019 Mercedes A-Class. If you haven't yet, be sure to check out our full design review. A link is below. This is an A220 4MATIC, which is the all-wheel drive option, and it has a 2.0 liter inline 4-cylinder turbo engine. Let's take it for a test drive.
Let's go.
The backup cameras are like.
Yes. Does not have any 3D view. It has just rear camera. It looks really wide. You can see a lot, and then the resolution is pretty high too. If you press this button, it shows 180 degrees of your rear.
That's cool.
Yeah. So let's try it.
Yeah.
It has almost the same powertrain as the D segment vehicles.
Wow.
So it's more sporty. It's a lighter than D segment vehicles, but you know, has the same powertrain. But this one's even smaller. It still have a 2-liter turbo, 4-cylinder inline. Somehow this one has slightly less power than C-Class and a 3 Series or ATS, even though it has a 2-liter turbo. But considering this car is really small, so I am expecting more sporty drive. So I set this vehicle, the drive setting, the comfort mode right now. So this car has elaborate settings. You can set all separate. Steering wheel, like suspension, like stability control, and drivetrain, all sporty or comfort or eco.
Yeah, you don't usually have those options for your steering wheel. It's just...
Yes, you can just set every part of your vehicle differently. Did we review the rear design? You kind of worried about the size of the back window.
Right.
Like,
how's your visibility?
Yeah, it's huge. I can see everything.
How about your visibility out the front? Because you do have a sort of big thing behind the rear view mirror.
It's fine, but the thing is, the A-pillar is small enough to see everything, outside, but it slightly came in a little bit. It's in the way, but still it's narrow. And one thing I noticed is gas pedal is really light. It's a little too light. I don't really feel the force back, so it feels almost like I'm driving your car. It's hard to, you can't not really control the gas pedal that accurately, but it responds really well. You hit the gas, it's hard to control, but it responds to your tip of your toes. A little bit, it gives you a little bit more, little more, like this. Not like the Charger that I drove, because it didn't respond until that I give a lot of gas, and then it gives you too much power. But this one responds at every throttle. Yeah, that's really good. It is very fast.
It is.
That was the comfort mode. It goes really fast and it's so steady.
I have to say the acceleration seems really smooth.
Yeah.
This car has a 7-speed dual clutch transmission, so you really don't feel it shifting.
Somehow Audi, a 3.0 liter, a 3-liter turbo, it has a lot of power. It was super fast, but it's kind of tested my patience. It didn't really feel like it's going really fast, but it was very smooth. But I still feel kicks, not quite as other sports coupes.
Yeah.
But still, it gives me a lot of power. It shows me a lot of power, so I really like it. And the brake, it's very stiff, and then easy to control.
So it's a responsive brake.
Well, usually if you drive the vehicle that you never driven before, acceleration, so people know how, get a hang of it really soon, but not the brakes.
Right, it's hard to get adjusted to a new brake. But
yeah, sometimes you give too much.
Yeah.
Sometimes you bite it too much, sometimes you bite it too less, you get intimidated. But this one's just so easy, and then I know, as soon as I hit the brake, I know how much I give, the brake. So it is very well calibrated. Just I wish they could have put better a gas pedal.
So the brake pedal is great. The gas pedal leaves a bit to be desired.
Yeah, it's a little
we've been on the freeway for a little bit and we're driving on the city roads. You can't tell the difference. It's really nice and quiet and smooth as a passenger.
I don't know how Mercedes made this A-Class, smallest, I'm sorry, Mercedes, don't respond. This small vehicle, they made it this fancy. Even driving is really fancy too.
Something that just happened, this car has a smart computer system in the user interface. If you say Mercedes too loudly, it thinks you're trying to talk to it. So I guess when you're usually driving in your car, you're not talking about what kind of car you have, but for us right now, that's kind of an issue that it's activating the system.
Because I have to mention Mercedes a lot. So when I drove GLE, I didn't like the steering wheel. I could feel the steering wheel change the resistance, but I didn't like it when it's stiffened up. It was still like soft. It kind of like wiggled a little bit. I didn't like it. But A-Class, this one, not like Audi or Cadillac, it'll stiffen up more, you know, when we go to the highway. It doesn't get hard like Audi or Cadillac, but it seems like there's a damping. It moves like, but it seems like I feel the viscosity. So I like it, but Audi steering wheel's the best. But this is not what I expected, because I kind of got disappointed by GLE, like steering wheel. I didn't really feel stiffness, and then if steering doesn't stiffen up, then you get kind of tired. This one's really steady. Even the bottom of the car is really hard, doesn't really give you stress.
So it has a good grip on the road?
It is. I did the corner, and then it really hugged like a turn, because it's a very small car.
Right.
It could have been easy to do this, but I still really like it, and I don't really feel the roll, maybe because of the small car, but it's very steady. When I drove A6, I felt a lot of rolls, and like maybe this car is more set to sport mode, so that's why it's more stiff and steady, but A6 was too like wiggly.
This has better handling, better control.
Yeah, better control.
Let's see how it goes on the freeway. We've got to go on the on-ramp, and that was where you felt the roll last time.
Yeah, hold on. Let's do the sport mode, and then I'm... Okay. This one really... Shoot! I didn't really accelerate much.
It felt like you accelerated a lot. I wasn't looking at the speed.
It was just like 65, but it felt really fun.
Yeah, no, that was really like a roller coaster.
Yeah,
you know?
It did not really
I feel lame, but it was really fun.
I hit the gas.
Yep.
You know, sadly, this car doesn't even have like 200 horsepower.
188.
Yeah, it doesn't really like shoot out, the fly out. The response that I got from this car is really fun. It doesn't really like, it slips out like supercars. Of course, this is like less than $40,000 car, but it is really, really fun to drive. It seems like this is how the turbo has to be. Maybe there was an option for the noise, so that's why I don't really hear the engine noise. If I can hear the like engine noise, I would love it more. It's not that fast when I hit the gas at the like 70 miles per hour. Try to go faster, it kind of tells me that like, oh, I'm little leg of the power, bro, because you didn't pay that much money for it, but I give you lots of fun instead. That's what I like I care most. When I was at 70, I hit it, it's like going at 80.
I see that it's giving you the speed limit sign. It can sense the speed limit sign. So when you went over 70, it flashed it at you and told you to slow down. That was cool.
I mean, like, I do not think C-Class will give you this fun. You know?
Yeah.
The same powertrain. This one's 7-speed automatic?
Yes, 7-speed dual clutch.
It has a dual clutch. Every fancy cars now have a dual clutch. I don't think C-Class will give you this much fun because it's heavier. It is like it's set to have more power and more torque. Actually, this one has 221 foot-pound torque, which is not low at all, but still is slightly lower than other C-segment vehicle. I felt lots of torque. It's very torquey. I mean, you know, if you have one SUV in your family, and if you want to buy one more like backup vehicle, I mean, in America that's really usual to have more than 2 cars, right?
Yeah, usually at least 2 because everyone has to drive somewhere.
Yeah, I would love to choose this car over the C-segment vehicle. I don't know, maybe maybe the Mercedes dealers.
How can I help you?
Okay.
Come on,
lady.
Mercedes.
What can I do?
Okay. I would choose this car over the C-Class because this one's way more sporty.
And still plenty of space for a family of four. You know, it's really spacious in the back seat.
I know. So when you go somewhere really further away, you need more space than you drive SUV. But if you want to have one more car, I would choose this car over the C-Class. This car looks really good. Powertrain's really responsive. The transmission shift, I didn't feel any discomfort from the shifting, and it's really responsive. Usually like turbo lag plus not responsive transmissions give you like a lot of this kind of feeling like you know,
Yeah.
they release the power sort of too much. But this one's like, I feel it's turbo. There is turbo lag, but actually the turbo lag it shows me and more fun. It's like, okay, I'll give you the power now, and then it pushes me, not it's like grab my hair. It's like, okay, not ready yet.
Thank you for watching our video. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Bye bye.